Yes. Welcome to the live stream. Today we have an epic battle between two very particular good drivers in my racing league. They're going side by side through the last corner, not pushing anyone wide. They're having a fantastic battle where the Mercedes on old soft and very low batteries, below 10% before the braking zone, whilst my Red Bull teammate have a bit more and is really aggressive because the guy in front have tires dropping off. I have sadly crashed out of this race, and we have one DSQ and one is just having a very bad race, very in its own. But William in the Red Bull have very much fresher tires and is really on the hunt. They're going down to the long understeer corner before the very over 1 kilometer long straight. We're riding on board, exiting the corner, using overtake. Leauge in front doesn't use overtake. It's gonna be a slam dunk easy overtake. Down the straight, braking, very nice. Fine piece of driving as they both are drifting around the corner. Leauge is now delving into the pits. Braking, doesn't get a penalty. Very lucky for him. Going a nice stop, I think, it's a very good stop from the Mercedes pit crew and puts him on to mediums. To the end of the race, I think so. Maybe that's not that big of a stretch, and he should come out ahead of the Alpha Tauri. I at least think, yes, he's very good ahead. Now is William gonna pit on the next lap to cover him off, or should William stay out longer, like 3-4 laps, and have much fresher tires? That is what we're going to see in the on this lap. I would have pitted because the mediums will easily do 14 laps to the end, and yeah. So Leauge has really pulled the trigger at the perfect time to make it hard for William. None of them have penalties. And the gap is 22.5 seconds. That's around the time you lose in the pit lane. We're spectating now William, and he's diving into the pits. He's braking, turning, not making Hamilton 2017 7 I mean. Braking, doesn't get a penalty very cleanly. You have extended to the gap with over 3 tenths on the last lap. Going into the pits, Red Bull crew is prepared and making a good stop. Now this is gonna be interesting to see. Where does he come out? Leauge is coming out. Yeah, Leauge is coming down the pit straight. And where are William? William is ahead, and Leauge have not made the undercut work. But the gap is 4 tenths for the entirety of 14 laps. This is gonna be really interesting. Leauge around 50% DRS, whilst William is on 5-10% lower. This is gonna be a fantastic battle to the end, because these guys need the points for the championship, as I'm leading the championship with not that much, but a little bit. So if Leauge wins this race, he will probably take over the championship lead by 10 to 15 points, while William is taking down very big chunk of what he is behind. we're having pit stops for the AI. Everyone going on to hards. Here we have Roman Grosjean making his pit stop. Nice and clean by the Haas pit crew. And he is out onto the track. William taking the last corner, fantastic. Oh, as they are going really aggressive now. Who is gonna make, is Woody gonna make the overtake? Probably. William getting a bad exit. Woody using the DRS slipstream, pulling out to the outside. Is he gonna make around the outside? Is he gonna do it? He is not making it work. They're going through turn 2 now, away to turn 3, where Daniel Ricciardo made a fantastic dive bomb on Valtteri Bottas in 2018. The Red Bull driver looks really comfortable with still 50% DRS. Woody has a lot less and is pushing like hell. He probably used a lot of overtake on those two last straight because he was so close. Woody making a big mistake there and losing over 4 tenths. They're braking, not cutting any corners. William looks like getting a bad exit, and KMO55Y43 have now got a penalty 3 seconds for track limits. It's over a second now between them. Is Woody having the DRS? He is, and this within 9 tenths to William. But he can't relax because if Woody gets out of the DRS, William can just notice that on the timing sheets and then just use his DRS and pull away. But as we know, William have around 20% more ERS than Woody. So the more William can save, the better. But it's not actually looking that good. Woody down to like 15-20% of ERS, and yeah, that's not looking the best for a league race with over 12 laps to go. William getting the rear and step out, maybe already feeling the tire wear a bit. Excuse me? Yes, William is now approaching lapped people, and Roman Grosjean is getting the blue flags waved. William will get DRS from Roman Grosjean because he was within 1 second of Roman Grosjean with a detection point. The same as Woody, but that will make it very hard for Woody to still hold it inside. We see William using the DRS and Woody as well. The gap is over a second. Can William use his ERS now to pull away and see if he can get ahead? But the gap is 9.5 tenths and has not worked because Woody has opened his DRS. That was very, very lucky to making a good last second to last turn. So he could keep the DRS. The gap is now 1.2. Is William using his ERS to pull away and see if Woody can get out of the 1 second and not benefit from the DRS? Nicholas Latifi is not that far ahead of William, so they will soon approach more traffic. Oh, sorry. So the gap is 1.7 seconds as they are going down, but it looks like William made a massive mistake and lost 7 tenths, and William is now down to 5.43%. but the gap is 1.4 and Wood doesn't have the DRS. Can William luckily get DRS from the lap cars ahead? I don't think so. He's too far behind, because if he gets the DRS, that's gonna be a big fortunate, but he doesn't. Now he's gonna get the horrible time of passing lapped cars. That's ghosted, that are very distracting. Going a bit wide, but he has half a second in spare to Wuji. William is braking, turning and accelerating. Looks very nice. Wuji is looks like saving up more ERS to later be able to defend, but Wuji can very easily, with like 2-3 laps to go, pit him to the softs and get some fast laps. But it's gonna be a very crucial decision. Is Wuji gonna get DRS? I don't think so, because he is not within 1 second, or could benefit from the lapped cars. William doesn't have DRS and is negotiating the lapped cars. The gap is hovering between 1.2 to 1.5 seconds through every corner, and this is going to be a really enthralling battle right to the end of the Grand Prix. If Wuji can pull out 3-4 seconds to Razor Blade in P3, he will have a pit stop between, and Wuji can go for and bang in some faster slaps. We see Razor Blade in KM05Y3 having some really nice battle, as he's using the DRS but is not getting close enough. Is Razor Blade having much DRS? He is not having that much DRS, but not KM055Y4 either. It's also a battle to watch out for, but Razor Blade looks very fast. William and Wuji are on the same amount of ERS, and the gap is now down to under a second again. Is the gap big enough when crossing the line? We are going to see on the straight, as they are negotiating down to onto the one of the longest straights on the calendar. Virtual safety car, because someone is out. Is this a possibility for William and Wuji to recharge ERS while KM055 have DNF? And big forehead energy have got a 5-second penalty for making contact. Yeah, it's green flag running again. And what happened to Wuji? What happened to Wuji? Wuji lost 7 seconds. 6 seconds to William. He's gonna have a mountain to climb to regain that back. We're gonna see in the group chat we have on Instagram to see what happened. But he is on low ERS and is gonna have a literal mountain to climb to catch that up, because they're so equal on the same pace. So this battle may have disappeared for the rest of the Grand Prix, because I have a very hard, I think it's gonna be extremely hard, John Ockmere hard, F1 Esports hard, to close down 6 seconds in 8 laps. As Wood is getting lots of oversteer. We see how the car is snapping all over the place, and probably already feeling tired. He had, and remember, Wood have 1 lap older tires than William, so William will have a tire advantage. Not much, but it's still a tire advantage to now move the Grand Prix. We see the tire screens, and it's 13 Razor Blade have 13 lap old hards, Leauge 7 lap old mediums, and William have 6 lap old mediums. I don't know what happened to Leauge. He must have had a massive incident or being in the menus, because something happened that lost him over 7 seconds. He doesn't have wing damage, no nothing. Yeah. Because William have now the possibility to save his tires, like super save his tires. He have almost 7-second gap to Leauge, and almost a 7-second gap that he can deny to save his tires for the last lap. But I think Leauge, if Leauge thinks correct, he should make a pit stop and go for the fastest lap, because he will have the possibility to do so. It's just 7 laps, no, 6 laps left, and this is gonna be very interesting how the last lap pit stops fade out. I will be back. The wild commentators are back, and Razor and Leauge have now a 24-second gap to Razorblade. That is enough to make a pit stop and come out ahead on new fresh softs to overcut, to go on the softs for a fastest lap, because that is a really crucial point you're gonna need in the championship. While the commentator was away, he drank some water and got ice cream. But William is really saving his ERS for the fastest lap that he's gonna push for. But yeah, I got a twister. Would you have closed down 2 seconds on the last 4 laps? But it isn't enough to gonna catch William at the end of the Grand Prix. As my friend said it to me actually when he was here last time, he sometimes gets a jump scare when the TV cameras are sat down in the curbs and the cars come in really high speed. Would you have the possibility to pit on this? Would you have the possibility to pit on this or the next lap to get the fastest lap on soft? But he is very low on ERS and doesn't look to be thinking in that way. Even though the gap to the car behind is 28 seconds. So yeah, this is gonna be very interesting of who gets the fastest lap. In just 1 lap time, the gap have closed down by 1.3 seconds. So is Woody pushing for his life and putting in the best times of his life to have a shot on this, or is William really saving his tires? But William got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and the gap is now just 0.9 seconds. This is gonna be enthralling to the end of the Grand Prix. It looks like William is using his ERS to get away from Woody. The gap he's gonna fight for his life to not let Woody win these 3 seconds. Forget about the fastest lap, because this is now about who is winning this Grand Prix. It is less than 2.5 laps left, and the gap is 2.1 seconds. It's 1.1 second with the penalty included. William is going down to the last turn, turning, looks really solid, but Woody has lost like 4 tenths on that straight. Is he out of ERS? It looks so. Razor Blade is cruising on for a very good P3 on these 19 lap old hards. He's over 35 seconds behind William, so he have a comfortable P3. Back to the main point here. about who is winning this Grand Prix. William have 1.5 seconds in spare hand to win this race with 1.5 laps to go. And yes, I am still eating my ice cream while commentating on two guys fighting for the race win around China after 27 laps. Miss William now tell me in my ear how that he have hit 60% tire wear. But Lance Stroll have DNF'd out of this Grand Prix. It's a yellow flag in sector 3 somewhere. And this is gonna be interesting to see if this brings out a virtual safety car. I don't think so, because it's less than 1.7 lap. And there we see Stroll in a safe space with just 1 lap to go. William have 1.19 seconds in spare hand with around 7%. Would you have also a time penalty now while pushing so hard to get that gap down? That is a massive relief, and now William can cruise home with 5 seconds in spare hand. This got really exciting for a few laps. So this is gonna be really interesting. As I got an invitation from a friend about to play on F1 in a moment, but I am commentating live on a F1 league race where William, in my Red Bull teammate, is coming home for probably winning this race really comfortable after a really consistent masterclass of the 28 laps with his race on the game on the line. But he have pulled through really nicely. As he comes home to the last corner to win the Chinese Grand Prix. William is a winner for Red Bull Racing in my F1 league. Woody comes on in a pretty well-deserved P2. No massive mistakes. One probably massive mistake about what happened there, I don't know, that have cost him the race win. Because Woody lost over 6 seconds with that massive mistake, and he is just 5.0 behind at the finish line. So I think Woody throw away a race win there of that massive mistake during the VSC. So now the drivers going up to the podium, a really well-deserved win for the Red Bull driver today. That is a really good Grand Prix, as Woody did get the fastest lap by 1.3 tenths. That's less than 1.5 tenths between them on the fastest lap. But that is absolutely awesome to see. Really well-deserved win, and massive congratulations to the top 3 of the Chinese Grand Prix. Bye bye, and this is the F1 live stream commenting for today. Bye bye.